Hello, fellow old schoolers. Welcome to another episode, match. This one again is the Guidlhouse 2025 Summer event, Swedish, Swiss style tournament. This is round 4. I again am playing Green Lightning, mostly green, type deck. Landwells, Scavenger Folk, Scrub Sprites, in this case Fire Sprites for the red splash, and then the Urnums and Suchis because Swedish. Also running Lightning Bolts, Giant Growths, Berserks, and then the usual land package. Out of the sideboard, Garthian Pixies, Artifact Blasts, those are mostly for the problem artifacts, primarily Triskelion, but against other decks, things like Books against the Shops or Icy Manipulators, and those kind of things. Disintegrate, great against Trolls, and sometimes good against other decks, just being able to get the last burn in. Falling Stars, good against the fellow weenie matchups. Tranquility, Blood Moons, Control Magics, Abyss, Moats, and then on Whirling Dervish, good against Abyss and any black decks you might run into. So right now, my record is 2-1. This is round 4. Matched up against Counterburn. So with this being 5 rounds, likely 4-1 gets into the elimination rounds. So we need to win these last 2 to have a shot. So let's go ahead and watch the match. So Michael here, again, blue-red Counterburn. He is on the play. I had to mulligan to 5 here in game 1, so he starts off with a factory, and I go Forest, Mox into Llanowar Elf and Scrub Sprite. So pretty good opening, but definitely down to just 2 cards in hand. He's got a Chaos Orb and a Volcanic. And tap. Go to turn 2, got a Strip Mine. I opt to strip to the colored source here, trying to hope that he might be stuck. And again, if he can't get another land and activate the factory, then it doesn't do anything. He's swinging for 2, but he does have another Volcanic. So I'm going to crack in for 1. Put him to 17. And then I'm just going to throw out an Urnum here. He does have the Orb. He's going to pretty much immediately activate the Orb on that Urnum. But there's always a chance that he'll miss, so I think it was a worthy play to just... And then it gets rid of the Orb and gives me options. It's always risky just having an Orb in play, especially since I'm not running Crumbles in this deck, so my only interaction for it is the Scavenger Folks. So I drop a Pendelhaven, great card in this deck, as we've talked about in previous videos, and I swing in for 2. After he takes the damage, he's got a Side Blast for it. That's smart. Do it that way so that if I have a Giant Growth, if you do it during combat, you're taking an extra 3 damage, whereas you wait till the end of the turn. Even if I save it, he still doesn't take the 3 from the Giant Growth. So at this point, it's fine to take the 2 life and then trade it. So I have a Maze. I get attack in, he blocks. I maze the factory that is, and I get in for 2 with the Elf, dropping him to 11. So looking pretty good. 20 life total to 11. But he's got a Time Walk there, and then he plays a Time Twister. So we're going to shuffle everything back up, go back up to 7, but then Michael's going to have that Time Twister turn, or Time Walk turn after the Twister, so he's going to be the first one to get to use that 7 card. So it's not great. See what he gets and how damaging that is for me. So do our shufflings, get our 7, and he goes Mox into a Chaos Orb, so that Chaos Orb's back, and then he untaps and takes his Time Walk turn. He's got all the mana now, so thinks about what he's going to do, starts tapping, and there's a dib. So not too worried about the dib right here. I do have a maze. He's at 11, so he thinks about it and then decides that's not what he wants to do, so he picks the dib back up. Just fine, you're old school, just playing this for fun. I'm not trying to do any sort of rules enforcement thing here or whatever, so nothing's changed. Then he plays an Orcs and a Blood Moon, so Blood Moon is devastating for me. It's clear that he wanted to hold up the blue for some sort of counter magic. So my maze, my factory, my Pendelhaven, they're all just mountains now, and I'm stuck with just a Landwar Elf. So here we go, Fire Sprites. No counter on the Fire Sprites. And then tap in with those mountains, and I'm going to throw an Urn out, which does very quickly get counter. So tried to bait the counter spell, see if he had anything with the Fire Sprites. He just let it go, and then he counters the big threat, the Urnum, which could have kept the pressure up and could have kept things going. Alright, so he takes his turn. Getting that Blood Moon doing real work against me. Very devastating card against white deck. You would think with the red splash that I wouldn't be as vulnerable to it, but still a lot of utility lands in the mazes, the factories, and the Pendelhavens. So he cracks in with the Orcs, and then Fireballs both my guys. So he's also got the Dib in play. So looking bad for me now. I'm at 18, he's at 11. But I have no board, and he's got 5 damage a turn coming in. So I play another factory in a mountain and a Chaos Orb. So that's good. I immediately activate it. He's tapped out, so if he had a Shatter or something, he couldn't do it. And I'm going for that Blood Moon. Unfortunately, get a little bit of a spin on it, and it kind of bounces off, and bad flip there. So, not able to take out the Blood Moon. Taking out the Blood Moon would have activated my factories and kept that Dib at bay. Fortunately, that's probably the game right here. It's going to be hard to recover from that with the threats he has on the board. So, swinging in for another 5, dropping me to 13, and there's another Dib, so that's gonna hasten his clock. He's gonna be taking 2 a turn, but he's gonna be swinging for 8 a turn. So bad news. So yep, so he does. He comes in for 8, puts me to 5. I draw. See if there's anything I can do to get out of this. Nope. Scoop it up. And we'll go to sideboards and game 2. So, definitely going to be bringing in the Tranquilities here. Got to be able to take out those Blood Moons if he lands one. Probably bring in the Disintegrates, extra damage to try and finish it off if we get into a close race, and also allows me to burn out a Dib. Not sure what Michael's going to bring in. Really hadn't seen too much in game 1. I didn't show any red. So let's go see. Shuffled up. I'll be on the play. And there we go. So keep the opening 7. Which is always nice, especially after mulling to 5 in game 1. And I lead off with a factory and a Mox into an Elf. So good start for me there. He goes Lotus into Strip Mine. Cracks a Lotus for a Dib, and then strips my factory away. So aggressive with the strip there, especially since he saw that I was playing mazes. But So I play Fountain Haven and I crack in. Gotta get some damage. He takes it. He's worried about the giant growth, and I play a Fire Sprites. So right now, even though he's got a dib, I'm feeling pretty good about this. He can hit me for 3, but I can hit him for 3, and then he's going to take the 1 damage as well. So he's, you know, losing that race, but he plays a mountain, bolts my elf, so kind of back to parity. So I untap, swing in for 2 after playing a forest, and then I've got another elf. So he untaps, he drops to 15, he puts me down to 14. He's got a factory now, so that's going to slow my guy on the ground down. Although this turn I can attack and get in because he can't yet pump itself, so if he blocks the elf, he's losing it. And then I've got an Urnum. So he goes to 13. Once again, the race is looking pretty good for me. There. He's at 12 after taking the dib damage. He's thinking about his turn. Cracks in, putting me to 11. So I untap, draw, swing with everything. So he's pretty close to life. Right now, I'm attacking with the elf, even though he can block and kill it, because I just want to verify I can get it gives him a choice. Take 4 damage from the Urnum, or kill the elf. So he blocks the elf, I pump, and then double giant growth for Exacxi. So that's 10 damage from the Urnum, plus the 2. He's at 12, so he drops to dead. So, again, green doing what it can do. Sometimes you get explosive wins kind of out of nowhere, but that one was looking pretty good for me anyway. If I didn't have the giant growth, he would have been dropping to 6, and so, yeah, not sure what he had in his hand, but that was looking pretty good for me. So, no sideboard changes on either of us as we move to Game 3. He will be on the play, which again is pretty good in this matchup. As we saw, he had it Game 1, I had it Game 2, both of us won those games. So he opens with a island into Soul Ring, and I have forest into Scavenger Folk. So, like I was just saying, going first is pretty important. If I had been able to go first this game and play the Scavenger Folk, I could have blown up his Soul Ring before he could really use it. But as it is, he's got a dip. So good start for Michael, doing what the blue-red deck does. So I drop a Taiga. And an elf. And just pass to him. So I didn't blow up the Soul Ring because the damage has already kind of been done, and I think at this point it's better to hold off and keep that factory at bay, kind of slow down the damage he's doing to me. So Michael thinking. He swings in with a dib, dropping me to 17. So looking a little rough for me right now as far as racing that dib goes. I need to really get some more stuff on board. Again, the factor has been neutralized by the Scavenger Folk, so I am free to crack in with the elf, but that's not doing much. But taps his mana, and here we go. There's a fireball splitting it between knocking out both my creatures. In response, I blow up his Soul Ring, so at least taking that out. But again, there goes my board. He's got a dib and a factory sitting there. So I drop a Fire Sprite. This dib's gonna knock him down to 18. I am sitting there with 4 cards in hand and the possibility of having a giant growth or a bolt. He does not attack with the factory, but swings in. And then drops a card. Hard to see what that is. I think it's an orc based on the mana he tapped. So I swing in with the elf. I drop a maze and another elf. So he drops to 16. I'm at 14. That maze is certainly going to help with the dib. So he attacks with everything. I'm going to bolt the orc and maze the dib. Initially, forgot about the maze and started taking the damage, then quickly realized what it was, so that's why you see the life totals drop to 11, then go back up to 14. So I play an elf and a Suchi. Which he's got a Side Blast for. So that takes care of that. Drops him some damage though. He goes to 13, so both at 13. He attacks. I maze it, but then he plays a second one. So that's going to allow him to get through the maze. So nothing I can really do right here, so I just pass to him. He's going to take 2, drop into 11, and he's going to swing with both. So I'm going to block 1 and attempt a Giant Growth. But unfortunately he's got a counterspell. So I will maze the unblocked one, do the 1 damage, and then after the damage is done, bolt the dib, so at least that removes the dib. So not as good as the Giant Growth because I don't get to keep my creature, and I don't get to keep the bolt to help finish him off. But I do get to drop an Urnum, which again is going to help, but he's got to control magic. So that changes the clock drastically. Now that's a dib's going to get in, so I either need to draw another maze or one of my tranquilities. I just passed to him. All I've got is the elf. 13 to 9. So Michael cracks in, thinks about it. Then, yep, decides to crack in. I'm going to block the Urnum, maze the dib. I just want to keep my life total high. I know he's got bolts. I know he's got Side Blast, so I don't want to just lose out of nowhere. So then he drops an Orc. I draw, and I have nothing. So I just pass back to him. He's got a bolt end of turn, dropping me to 10. So that's trouble. He's got 5 damage coming in, possibly 7 if he attacks with the factory there. But he opts not to activate the factory and just swings in with everything. So I'm going to maze the Urnum. I'm going to take 5, dropping to 5, and he's going to pass to me. So really need something here. I get a Scrub Strikes, which at least will buy me another turn. It can block the Urnum or anything. But he's got a Side Blast, so that's going to drop me to 1, dropping himself to 6, and he'll go to 5. But I can't stop what's coming. He activates everything, he swings in, and I flip my hand over just to show a land and a Mox. Not helpful in that situation. And there you can see, yeah, it's starting to the D-sideboard. There's the Tranquilities. And, yeah, so tough loss there. Great games. Congrats to Michael. So that probably knocks me out of contention for qualifying for the elimination rounds. That puts me to 2-2 with 1 game left to play. But that's fine. It's all just for fun, and they've been great games, great opponents so far. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll have the next one up soon for round 5, and I'll catch you all next time.